Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Tyrone, bro, and I got some bad news for you, man. And it's with this Incarnon bow. Now, the Incarnon bow is a weapon that I have been using for a long time. I say using, but I got it way back when you had to use pole arms for mobility, and there was the stamina bar and shit. This is when I was using this thing, and I haven't touched it since. So finally, it got an Incarnon, and I was really excited because I really love the combo that you do on these type of weapons, where you do that clean ass spin, man, and it's like you're a chainsaw just hitting enemies 1,000 times. So I finally got a chance to use my bow prime again, maybe, put him in the spotlight, and he got something that turned its useless ass impact statuses into something real useful, turned them to slashes. So I was real excited, like, okay, maybe I can bring some to Steel Path. And that's a yes or no, because yes, you can bring it to Steel Path and it'll kind of work, but no, because the way its slashes work is it doesn't let you slash enough. And in the back you can see that the weapon is killing good enough, right? But I am also using a Chroma who's granting me a 1000% additive damage bonus with weapon mods. So is that really fair? Probably not. And it's when you're fighting up against those heavily armored targets such as bombards, X-misses, or heavy gunners, you notice that, well, holy crap, this guy is still alive. Yes, because the way it's applying its slashes is weird. And to show you how it's doing it, let me just go into the evolutions and let me show you the evolutions that I took for my weapon. And here are the evolutions that I'll be using. Evolution 1 just shows us all the stats we get when we do activate our Incarnon form. So the +4 range brings us to 10 meters, and the 100% damage is base damage. So for Evolution 2, one of them gives us +34 attack. But when you get 450 armor, you get bonuses to blocking and build more combo count through blocking. If you ask me, that's dog water and horse shit. Next one we have is +30 attack, but if you don't have a weapon equipped, you build any other weapon equipped, you build double combo count, and that doesn't sound that bad. But then you remember that this weapon requires a primer. That's going to be impossible to do. So for our third evolution, we have one that gives 0.5 range, which we'll be taking, 20% heavy attack efficiency, which we don't heavy attack with, and the last one is if you want to use it as a stat stick for movement speed. For our final evolution, we have Flashing Bleed that gives a 40% chance to bleed on impact status effect. We have Subtle Force, which is whatever, and then we have Absolute Dominion. This is pretty good because you get 30% status as flat, bringing this thing up to 62% flat status chance. So you can also get some nice status chance with this and maybe go, corrosive build. So the way this thing is going to bleed is through Subtle Force, but as you've seen, Subtle Force is only 40% chance to apply a slash on an impact status effect. So with Weeping Wounds maxed, we are guaranteed to apply at least one status every time we hit. We even have a chance to apply 2 sometimes. And the status that we're going to be applying most of the time is going to be impact. Let's go take a look at the build and show you why. Yeah, and here's our build. So stance for me is I have to use Clashing Forest, because this is what makes me want to use the bow. That spinning attack you do at the start where you just use it like a chainsaw, yo, 100% my favorite thing about this. But Prime Pressure Point is there because I don't like using Bane mods and swapping out each faction. Bane mods give the most damage, so if you want to put those in, put them in. They'll even help you with your bleeds a lot more than Prime Pressure Point. And especially since I'm playing Chroma, that 165% from Prime Pressure Point is almost useless. So we also have Blood Rush, Organ Shatter, crit chance, crit damage, Condition Overload. This weapon needs a primer. Primed Reach. So with Primed Reach plus the Incarnon form, that's 10.5 meters of range we're getting. Weeping Wounds to up our status chance all the way up to the point where we will guarantee ourselves an impact proc. And if you look at our IPS split, or I should say IP split, because this weapon has no slash, your chance of getting a slash naturally is 0, and that's why this weapon before was a little dookie, because what the fuck are you gonna do with an impact proc in Steel Path? But yeah, this thing is heavily dominant in the impact, so you will almost guarantee yourself an impact proc. Then I'm just finishing off with Gladiator Might for more crit damage, plus a 120% crit chance with the Gladiator set. And for my attack speed, I choose Primed Fury over Berserker Fury because I don't really like stacking it up just in case I'm not only going a melee build. If you don't have Primed Fury, I would not settle with normal Fury or Gladiator Vice. 100% use Berserker Fury. Now you can see that we have a guaranteed chance to apply a status effect with every hit, sometimes even getting 2 in. Now this status that we apply will not always be an impact. Puncture is here and will troll us sometimes, but anytime we do finally get our impact proc, there's only a 40% chance that it'll turn into a slash. Now comparing that to something else like the Nakana Prime or anything else that is just an actual slash weapon, they're going to be slashing every time, or if not every time, every other time. That's not the same case with this weapon. So this just means that the weapon will not be performing like the best of the best in Steel Path, because it will not. It will be usable, however. You give this thing a damage buff, and I was able to compete in Steel Path. So I took the Bow Prime only because I love it. Now I cannot recommend that if you care about, the best of the best, to take the Bow Prime, because I can't say it is the best. If you are a bow enjoyer like me, and you love using your bow, I will say take that Incarnon if you want it to become usable. If you want to actually enjoy the weapon again, you need that Incarnon for it, bro. Wow, well, this video ended up being a bit longer than I expected. So I'm going to try to end it here. If you like the video, leave a like. If you don't. It's been your boy Tyrone, and peace out.